Yep, and let me share the entire screen. Share this one. So in today's class, what here we are going to see here is, we don't want, let them be there and hide this. Come here. So in today's class, let me see what we can do. So we will be looking into Maven. Maven is a Java build tool. So what is meant by a build tool? What is meant by a build tool? See, in an organization, when you develop some code, for the customer, we will not give the code. Assume you are installing an app from your Android App Store. Can you see the code for that particular source code for that particular app? No. It is given as a binary file. That binary file is nothing but the compilation of the code that what the developer has wrote. Is that clear? So now we need when you look at Java, when you write a program for Java, what it will do? The source code you will write, and when you try to compile that Java program will be compiled and you will be getting a class file. That is a different issue. So now the Java compiler will compile the things. It will not convert the entire program into a bundle, what we call it as archive files. An archive file. Okay, so that is the Java binary file. Which will be used by the customer, which will be given to the customer for deploying the same on the client machines. So to do this entire process, what we will be doing here is, for doing this, we need a build tool. So for doing this, we need to install Maven. So Maven is a plugin as part of VS Code. So in today's class, I am going to create a VM. So you need not to worry. Just I want to show you the entire process. That is why I am going to create a VM. Install git, install VS Code, and install JDK, Java Development Kit. Install JDK. JDK installation will be first, then VS Code. Install JDK and install VS Code. All these things will not take more time once the machine is ready. Then we will see into how to set up this JDK for VS Code and then how to create a Maven project. Okay. So let me create a Windows instance. I hope you had already installed your VS Code on your machines. So you need not to worry. You can just follow the steps. So this is for VM. This is for Maven. VMwin for Maven. So I need not to worry. Just thing is, I want to enhance a little bit of the CPU medium. Let me go to some standard. I will be going to some standard machine. Just increase the CPU, just to increase the CPU and memory. So I am just going for 4 vCPU and 16 GB memory. That's it. So we will shut it down and then keep ready. So then OS we will be changing it to Windows OS. changing to Windows OS, Windows Server, and then Windows Server select, and then we are not changing any other things, just create the machine now. So machine, a Windows machine will be ready. Yeah, machine is ready. Just refresh the machine and let me set the password for this machine. Set Windows password. Set. It will take some time because the machine is recently deployed. So sometimes it will take some time. Yeah, we got the password. Copy this. Paste it somewhere here. Paste it somewhere here. Then just go to remote desktop connection. Then copy the external this thing IP, copy this external IP, paste it here, then connect. Machine is still not ready, it takes time. Yeah, keep connecting, it will connect. Okay, connect. Sometimes it will take time, that's it. Yeah, we got it. So the usual username is Siyadimulam, and then the password, this password, we have to copy this password. Control C, paste it here, and then say OK. Remote desktop connection, yes. You need not to create a machine, just for making a new field. I am creating this machine. So you need not to create a machine on your host machine. That means on your physical laptop you can install all these things. Okay. Then all these things are not required. All local server, enhanced internet security, just turn it off. Otherwise your machine will be slow, that's it. So just once it is off, just refresh this. Once you get this off, you can close this. Yeah, we can close this. So now what, as I told you, we want to install these things. So first step, let us install Git. Start without data, confirm and continue. Continue without this data, start and confirm. Okay, finish. Just go to google.com. So I don't want to sign in. So just here what I am going to do here is just git download. Git download. So downloads Git. So Windows. So 64-bit Windows setup. It will be installed in no time. So if you have fast internet, you will be getting it in very fast. Okay. So let us download all those things. Then we can go for the installations. As I told you, google.com, we want JDK download, So this is the first one. So we can come here and then recent downloads. JDK 23 was the latest version. So click on Windows, then select this one. So there are different options, but you have to select x64 installer. x64 installer. So just click on this, it will be downloaded. So then let us again go to Google, download vscode. vscode download. vscode download. So download it for Windows. Yeah, all the three required softwares were downloaded. Let us install one by one. So just minimize this one. This is not required. We can just log out, that we will see later on, logging in other things. So first let us install Git. Just click run as administrator. Yes. Next. Create a desktop icon. Next, Git. Finish. Next. We are going with a regular installation. We are recommended installation we are doing. So yeah, it will install. Once this is done, we have to update the password. So for that one, let us go to user. Have to change the password. We have to change the password. So edit or remove the other users. So here sign in options. Here we want to change the password. We have to change the password. It is done. So just launch Git bash. Just launch Git bash. Minimize this. We will get back to this later. Let me change the password. Change the current password. Copy the current password. If we forget the password, then we will be in trouble. We cannot use the mission further. So that is why changing the password is must. So give a new password. Next, finish. Password has been changed. Okay, so you can ignore that one for now. Close this and then install JDK. The next step is to install JDK. So run as administrator. Yes. Next. It will show other details that we don't require them actually. You can just close them. We can just close them for now. Okay. Those things are not required and then just close. So Java is installed. For verifying Java, just go to command prompt. Here you say Java -- version. We will be getting 23. Version 23, just what we have installed. So is Java C enabled? Yes, Java C is also enabled. Okay. Once Java is installed, you need to do two things. One is, let us see where Java is installed. Usually it will be installed in the C drive. So it will be installed in the C drive. Go to C drive. Then in program files, you will be finding a folder called Java. So this is JDK. So this one. So this is called as Java home. We need to set this in the environment variables. edit environment variables. Environment variables. So here we need to add a Java home. Environment variables. So we need to add new. We will call it as Java underscore home, all in capital letters. We have to give the value. What value we need to give? This one. This one we need to give. Copy and paste it here. Click OK. So Java home is set. And then come to the path. Edit. Click on edit. So edit. It will bring you new. We need to add a new thing. So here it is Java percentage Java home percentage slash type bin. That's it. Click OK. Click OK. Okay. So Java home was set up. So Java home is enabled. So need not to worry. Just go to CMD again and check whether Java is working or not. So here you can see Java. Similarly, Java C is also working. Okay, just clear this, minimize this. So it is CLS here. Okay, so we have set the Java path, Java home. So Java home is ready with us. So the next installation that what we need to do is VS Code. Go to downloads and VS Code, right click, run as administrator. Yes. So okay, let us continue. I accept the agreement. Next. Visual Studio Code. No. Visual Studio Code and then create a desktop icon. These two things also you can enable for the right click option. So it will install. All the setups are done. Finish. Okay. We don't want all these things. One thing that what we need to do is we have to enable the Java extension here. This is the Explorer in the VS Code. This symbol is called as Explorer, and this is the search one, and this is the Git. This is for version control, source control, version control. This is for Git, and this is for run and debug. This is for run and debug, and this is the extensions, and this is the extensions. So which extension we need to add here is Java extension. So this is Java extension, Java pack extension, this one, extension pack for Java. So this one we need to install. Just say install. So it will be installed automatically. It will take some time. It is installed. We had already installed the JDK. We need not to worry. So just close this. Close the VS Code also and just restart VS Code. That's it. Just restart VS Code. Okay. So once you have restarted VS Code, here you can see the options for, create Java project. Create Java project. Okay. Where do you want to create the Java project? We want to create the Java project on the desktop. So here, new folder, I call it as my works. Let it be my works. My works. Okay. So now what I will do is, I will move to desktop, cd my works, and I want to make it a Git repository. How to make it as a Git repository? Anything that you want to make it as a Git repository, you have to say Git init. You have to say as a Git init. So a master branch is created on that. So now it is a Git repository. Now it is a Git repository. We will see how to upload this entire project to Git later on. So now it is a Git repository. Keep it as it is. Now come here. We want to create a Java project. So create a Java project. We want to create it as a maven project. As we are discussing, so as we are discussing, we will be working on maven. So we want to create it as a maven project. And in a maven project, what we have, I want to just add this quick start, and then the latest version I am selecting, and you want to input group ID of your project. To input group ID of your project, what we need to do here to input group ID of your project? So just we need to mention the project. So this I will call it as maven project. Maven project. PRJ is my project. PRJ, that's it. Maven project. Press enter. So it will ask for the artifact ID, which is nothing but the project name. That is nothing but your package. So I will call it as maven. Let it maven, mvn package, mvn pack. Press enter. You can give your names. It doesn't make anything. So where do you want to save this? I want to do this in desktop, my works. Select as destination folder. So it is executing. To create a maven project. So it is creating a maven project now. A maven project is created. So as I told you very initially in the beginning, in an organization, it is not just compilation and running as a Java project. So we need a build tool for running. That build tool is maven. We have selected that as maven. So define the property for the version snapshot. I will go with snapshot for now. Otherwise you can type your name. I will go here. Just press enter. Yeah. Y. Yes. Build success. Terminal will, open this. It will open the maven project. Now you can see, yes, I trust these authors. So this is not required for us. So now you can see a maven pack with the name project is created. Here it is having source. SRC stands for source. In main, you will be writing your Java programs. In main, you will be you will be writing the Java. In main, you will be writing your Java program. So this is a sample program. This is a sample program which has been given by Java, by VS Code, which has been given by VS Code. So in VS Code, there are different ways of running this program. So here you can see run. Click on run. It will automatically opens. So it is saying that there is an error in it. It is saying that Java version 1.7 is not supported anymore. Minimal support version is 1.8. Where it will be? So we want to modify this version. We want to modify this version from 1.7 to 1.8. So where we want to modify this one. So here there is another interesting file, page or project object model, pom.xml. Here you can see maven compiler is 1.7. This is not supported. So but still it is giving 1.7 only. So you need to modify this to 1.8. We need to modify this to 1.8 and say Control S. Save. And then go to app.java and then run again. And then run again. Here you can run from here also. You can run from here also. It will run. Continue. Yeah. Maven pack. Run. Build failed. Is no longer supported. 1.7 is no longer supported. We have changed it. Fix. Clean workspace cache. Pom.xml, we have changed it to 1.8. We have saved that one also. Just save Control S. Yes. All these things are not required at the moment. So now come back here and just run this. Specified one is maven pack. In this we have app.java. In app.java, when we run this, we are getting an error. What is this? Yeah, we got it. It took time. That's it. We got it. Finally, we got this one. Okay. So now this is a sample program. This is a small program that has been created. Okay. So what are all the things we are having here in this folder? So let us get back to the desktop. In my works, we have maven pack. In maven pack, we have source. In source, we have main. In source, we have main. So the developer will write the project here. The developer will write the project here. Okay. Let us open this with Notepad and see. This will be having simple Java program. And this is the name that what we have given. You can give your own name. Okay. So this directory structure is required in an organization. And this directory structure is called as framework. So this is the framework supported by Maven in VS Code. There may be some changes for Maven on IntelliJ and something, but this is the standard framework. This is a standard framework, but there will be little changes that we can ignore. So whenever you say, what is the Maven framework? Maven framework contains source and target. In source, you will be having two folders. One is main, where we will be writing our class files. Another one is test. In this test, we will be writing our test files. In this file, we will be writing our test file. So here you can see open with Notepad. So here this is the test. This is simple test. So the developers will be writing unit test. Unit test is part of the development. So the developers will do a unit test here. So that they will be writing in this Maven test folder. And similarly, there will be a target, source and target. In target, you will be having class files, classes, Maven project app.class. When you look at the compilation, when we look at the usual compilation of Java, there what you will see, when you compile, the class file will also be created in the same folder. Class file will also be created in the same folder. But when we do it as a maven project, it will be there in the target folder. It will be there in the target folder. And what is this pom.xml? So this pom.xml is nothing but the page object model. In this model, you will be writing all the dependencies. So what is the compiler? We are using a maven compiler whose source is 1.8, minimum of 1.8. So then what are all the dependencies? What plugins do we need for execution all these things? So all these things we will be writing, all dependencies and plugins we will be writing in this, we will be adding in this POM file. Okay, page object model. So this is what a entire framework for a maven project. Entire framework for a maven project. So in an organization, even when you want to develop something and add it onto the Git, then you need to follow this structure. You need to create a Java project as a maven project, and these steps you need to follow. Okay. So now the next thing here is, so we have created a maven project, and we want to add this to Git. We want to add this to Git. How to add this to Git? So now let us see Git status. So you can see there are many no commits yet. There is an uncommitted file, so that is why we want to add that one. So git add. So after add, you can check the status, it will be in green, so it will be added. So then we want to git commit, do git commit -m, git commit -m, and then I will call it as initial commit, because we are doing it for the first time. Initial commit. So it is asking that where should I come? Who are you? Please tell who are you. So it is asking author identification. Why are you trying to do this? So for that we need to do this. We have to do this earlier, but I missed it. నిన్న మీకు చెప్పినప్పుడు నేను ముందే చేశాను దీన్ని. సో ఇక్కడ you can just type git config -global, git config -global user.email. What is the email? So just give me my email, cadimulam@gmail.com. And similarly git config username, git config -global user dot name. You have to give it as CRD-GCP. Yep. Let me go to my GitHub. So where is that one? Here it is here. Click here, GitHub. So there is a maven project already. So I don't want this, so I will be deleting this. How to delete this one? So where can I delete? So you go to your repositories. In this maven project. No, go back. Maven project. I want to delete this one. How to delete? Settings. In settings, you can see there will be a restricted area, danger zone. So you can delete this repository. I don't want this repository, that is why I am deleting this repository. I want to delete this repository. I have read and understand this, because you cannot get it back, that is why. So I am deleting this. So type this thing in the below box. So you can copy and paste this one. Copy, paste, delete this repository. It will be asking for password, give the password. Just to confirm. So that repository is deleted. So now I will be checking my mail because I will be getting a authentication. So I need my mail. So that is why I am adding this mail. Minimize this one. This is not required and go to this one. Okay. So now we want to add this. So now we need to git commit. We need to do git commit, initial commit. Yes, it is committed. Once it is committed, now we want to push. So now we want to push. In order to push, what is required? We need a repo. Where do we want to push? So we need a repo. So go to the GitHub, create a repo. So I will be calling it as, I want to create a new repository. Click on new. So let me call it as GCP class repo. GCP class repo. You can give your names. So GCP class repo, GCP class maven repo, MVN, maven repo. So just public create repository, copy this and get back here. And then here, after git commit, the next step is git push. Git push to this particular repository. So to this particular repository, we want to push. So for the user GCP Adi GCP class maven repo, we are just pushing this. So we need to set an upstream. We need to run this command. We need to set an upstream for the first time. This is for first time. Copy, paste, press enter. Now it will be asking for authentication. Just sign in with the browser. So it will be asking for username, GitHub credentials. Just give the credential. So Adi GCP and password. Sign in. And you will be getting a mail. So go to the mail. So please verify on this. This is the one. So verification code. Copy and come back here and paste it here. Paste. Yeah, authentication is successful. Not now. Authentication is successful. So our authentication is done. So now if you go here, so upstream, this is successful. All these things are added. Let us go and check in the GCP. So let us go to your repositories. So there will be a maven repo. Okay. So here you will be having this complete maven pack. So target in source, you will be having the maven project, maven app.java. Clear. So like that, what is the advantage? The entire project, the entire maven pack is moved here. Entire maven pack is moved here. Okay. So like that, you can create n number of maven projects, and that can be moved on to the repositories. So now let us just make some changes in this particular code, in this particular code, and then let us see what we can do. So we will be deleting this. So just we will be taking two variables. Int a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 20, and then let me take c, a variable. C is equals to a plus b. Then just print system dot out dot println. So you will be getting these things directly here. println, and then just to say the sum is plus c. Okay, put a semicolon, and then just to save this, and then run, and then so you can see sum is 30. So we have updated this. So now we want to modify this in the master directory. So what we need to do, we need to check the status, git status, clear git status. So some few things are modified. So just say git add dot, and then git commit -m modified app.java. Press enter. So 2 files are ready for insertion. Simply say git push. Yes, it has been updated. Just refresh this, you will be seeing the updated app.java. Clear? So earlier we have just worked with small files. Now we are working with a complete project. That is the difference. A complete project is nothing but where we will be having a entire framework, and the framework is defined in the IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment means either vscode. We are using vscode. There are other options also like Eclipse, IntelliJ. These are all various other options that are available. But VS Code is a simple and mostly used IDE at the moment. So it is developed by Microsoft. But it is free. Even though it is developed by Microsoft, it is a free. So then we had understood the framework, and then we are able to create a maven project, and you are able to create a link between your maven project as well as the git. Okay, so these steps we had completed today, and the next thing is we want to create a var or a jar file, that is Java archive or web archive file, and then we need to deploy that into Tomcat and see the results. So that portion is a lengthy portion that we will see in tomorrow's class. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Thank you, Karishma. So we will stop class here for today, because the next part is a lengthy part. We need at least more time. So we will continue in next class. Thank you all. Good night.